Hey guys, it's Dave from New Software here. In our last video, we started adding our first form. It was the book form, I think. I don't know. I've gone and added all the other forms. I think it was book one. So yeah, I've gone through and added all the other forms and all the objects on them, and done the kind of work to add all them in. So I'll show the book one for now. Oh yeah, I've also gone through and put in test data. Um, I actually checked for the Harry Potter books, but all the others are absolute garbage. But I just wanted to see what it would look like and stuff like that. So here's the quick book form that I've made. So basically, we just added these three fields here when we did it, and I've gone through and added our planned subforms. Uh, could look better. All this is all like, see how it's all white in the background, and all these fields here are white. I could change that in just different settings with the styles, but that's, we can worry about that later. So either way, I've added the book genres subform, so you can add different genres against a book. So Harry Potter's obviously children's story, fantasy magic. I just made stuff up there. Authors. Now, this was how I was explaining earlier how a book can actually have multiple authors. So you can add maybe two authors if they co-wrote it or something like that. And book inventory is the subform of how many of each book you have in our theoretical library. So that was kind of my thinking behind all this. What I might do is I might show the subform object and what it looks like, what ours looks like, sorry. So we'll take a look at the book genres one. So I think I can just, one thing I also found out, just because it's my first time using it in a while, you can actually click the title of the object and it will take you straight to it. I just thought you could only click up the top and it would give you all the objects, but you can do that as well, so that's a cool trick. So I should be able to do it here. Yep. So here's the book genres subform. So you can see I've set subform. Title is just what shows right there. Field name doesn't matter. That's just what it puts in the HTML IDs of all the rows and all that. But we'll see that later. Yeah, details 10, 1. I always like to put order number 1 just so all my subforms appear at the top when I'm looking at just this forms object. Okay, so if we go to the subform tab, okay, this is the bit where our link tables come into play. So if you remember, I'll just open up the PHPMyAdmin. Okay, so we got, yeah, so the main book screen is using our book table right here. So we have the publisher, book title, pages. They're the fields we added in the last video. And then basically what I've done, I've just gone to my link table with book genre, and all this does is join book to genre, and it means we can kind of get to this. Now, if there are other specific genre fields, it just makes a link, like linking them together like that to a one-to-many relationship. It's just so much cooler, if yeah, if there was something else to do with the genre, like maybe age group or stuff like that. Either way, I just thought I'd do a quick look at my link table. So here I've gone book genre. That's the link table between book and genre, and yeah, primary key, very easy because the convention we use is just _ID. Foreign key to the book, and now this actually is pretty cool. It's doing the same thing how it auto populates it. That's generally the right query that New Builder is going to do for you if you fill out these right. But so let's go through this. It's gone select all from the link table for all the book ones, right? So if we actually, what I'm going to do is run this in PHPMyAdmin. You can just get a quick, so we can run any query we want in PHPMyAdmin. Now, NewBuilder, whenever it finds hash ID hash, it'll whack in the primary key of the main form, or if alternatively, if you're using it in a subform, it'll grab the subform's primary key. Either way, it'll grab the relative primary key. So with ours is book. Now, a really cool trick is up here in the address bar. The actual ID is always shown in all edit forms. That's always the R get variable thingy. So if we grab this between and R and the next one, that'll actually be our ID that we can just whack in here. We can actually see what it's getting, right? So that's all. The subform's looking at this table behind the scenes, and when we actually look at all the objects in this subform, I've just added a genre lookup, which we can, we'll leave this. Yeah, genre lookup right here, and that's simply just that. And because that book genre subforms got these fields to work with, when I made that genre lookup ID, I've called the field this one, BKG genre ID. So if we look at the actual object, BKG genre ID, and because I've filled out these lookup fields, what it's going to do is it's going to first, NewBuilder grabs this one. It goes, okay, the lookup's for this field, right? So it's using this one, and it's going to search through whatever's in here. So it's going to, this form to look up is it's going, I want to search through genres, right? And then the ID field to search with of the primary key that's always going to be, and because I just made it a single code only one, it's just going to use the title. So that's really what lookups are made for. This is a classic way to kind of link your tables. So yeah, that's what I've done. It's kind of, I just thought I'd go over the subform in general. This one's exactly the same setup. It's just with author. So this would be author underscore book that I made. And this inventory subform here is same kind of thing, except this is has a bit more detail, so we can add another one, good, whatever, and this will just make a new one there. So this is for each book. So that's the book screen. We'll go through the others quickly. This author one's kind of cool. So now what I can do with this is we have our basic fields for the author, just first name, middle name, last name, gender, and date of birth. And this subform right here is looking at our author underscore book link table, so we can list out all the books that the author's written. It's pretty much the same relationship. I'll show those fields in a sec. One thing I thought I'd show first is if we look at this form, okay, very simple, author, select all from author, but what I've actually done is I've done something cool here. In the actual database against the author table, if they're a male, I just store the letter M, but whenever you see it in NewBuilder, I'm going to convert it to male or female using this right here. So I go, just if it's M, male, if not, female, and that kind of, what that does is, because we've done it in our browse, it's showing up in the search screen, and I can kind of search male, where before I couldn't search male, I'd have to just search F and M, and it would just show F, and it didn't really make sense. See how it's replacing, oh no, it's just replacing my search, so it's kind of weird. So yeah, that's one thing I did that I thought was pretty cool. The next thing was, oh that's right, I wanted to show just this date field. All you need to do to make a date field is just have it as a text, and then go to text, and then if you set a format to one of these date ones, it'll automatically go in here, and it will add this cool little calendar button. This button's pretty cool. It's just you know, typical calendar button. So I just thought I'd show that. Oh yeah, and then the last thing on this is, okay, what I've done is I've basically, because in this subform, I don't want them to be able to edit any of this information from this screen. I just want, if you go to J.K. Rowling's author thing, I just want to see her books, and I don't want to be able to change any data in it. I just want to see it. So what I've done, I've made the subform read only, and I've added just displays. Displays are very good in this situation where you just want to, you know, look at, it's just going to be a read-only thing that you're never going to change the actual value of. And because the relationship is kind of, it's almost like going across, you know, the link table kind of thing. This is what your typical display query is going to look like. You know, so I'm selecting the title from the book table, but then I'm inner joining our link table, and because our link table has the author ID in it, I can use the main page's ID, which is the author's ID, and kind of get to it. So that's a bit tricky, but that's what it's kind of doing. I'll just close all these down. Okay, next one's publisher. Look at this. Same kind of deal. I can check using our link tables which books have been published by each publisher. I added some garbage ones as well. Genre, simple. Genre is not going to have much. You know, same thing. I can do the exact same thing, so I can figure out which authors have wrote different genres. This, I need to group this right. I've obviously stuffed this up because it must be finding the two Harry Potter books, right? But because they're both written by J.K. Rowling, I should group by the actual author. We can fix. I'll see if I can fix it now. If it's a bit harder than what I thought, who cares? Okay, so we're obviously going to the link table, but I'm gonna have to group by actual author ID. In fact, let's just have a look at book genre for a sec. Okay. Yeah, so it's a bit annoying. Okay, so I'm getting that there. Yeah, the reason why that's hard is because the actual link table is set up to show just one for each book, and yeah, I should really have done it for made an author link table to do the genres, but yeah, we'll worry about that later. It's obviously